Social media has brought some strange things into our lives. People are now willing to burn their own cars just for enough engagement. Why is this? Criticizing and mocking these people is the easy part. It's no surprise that we are not going to find anything good in a system that penalizes quality, long-form content and rewards short, attention-grabbing content that triggers people's primal instincts. Of course, every company says, but that's what people want. Well, do these companies give people everything they want? If you have been following quality science, art and technology channels for a long time, you have probably noticed that they are not producing content as frequently or getting as many views. This doesn't surprise me at all in an era where social media platforms are competing to be more corrupt and mediocre. I'm not just talking about myself. Dozens of quality content creators I follow on YouTube have either quit or reduced their content production in the past year. I'm just sad to see this platform I love so much taken over by mediocrity and vulgarity. Anyway, for Halloween I want to make another dark humor diorama and started by buying this figure set. This 1/24 scale figure set is classic Tamiya quality. It's cleverly designed and highly detailed. I might be the last person to make a how-to video on figure painting, so I will keep this part simple. First, I applied a white primer to the figures, then airbrushed skin tone and finally painted the remaining parts with a brush. I watched a lot of tutorial videos and have been trying to improve my figure painting skills. What I've learned so far is that for each color, you need to apply light, dark and medium tones in many thin layers to the right places with the right brush. The second important thing is to use a wet palette and mix the paint very well for a homogeneous result. I'm talking about really good mixing. The third element is choosing the right brush and loading the paint onto the brush correctly. A brush isn't just a simple tuft of hair that we use to apply paint to the surface. It's a tool that, when used correctly, gives results. I learned this pretty late. Once the figures were painted, I sealed all the paint with a matte varnish and finished with the figures. Now let's build the base. I'm going to use an insulation foam board for this. Usually higher density and more expensive foams are used, but I couldn't find any and had to buy this. Anyway, I will handle the surface texture differently. Now let's cut the pieces to build the diorama as I planned. Instead of building an entire composition, I am planning to build a collage of just the parts that will fit into the frame. So, the first few steps of a winding staircase, plants and small trees growing at the base of the wall, maybe an old steel wall and gate, part of the body of a small tower next to it, like. Since it's a low density foam, it's quite difficult to make a 90-degree cut. Anyway, I'm trying to cut the pieces as evenly as possible. I use white glue to stick the pieces together. I had prepared this wall and tower section simply. Now I am cutting this marked part to create a door. To create the surface texture, I apply this concrete putty to all surfaces, slightly diluted. It's a very fast drying material. After it dries, I cut and crush the places I drew with a pencil to create a stone wall and stone structure effect. I tried to create a different texture on each surface of the diorama. The more you engage the human eye with various details, the more you increase the perception of reality. Nature works that way. I tried to create the effect of wear and tear over the years by crushing the steps with various tools. The surface texture is still very rough. I am applying a cheap vinyl acrylic paint from an art store to the entire surface. This will both serve as a primer and soften the surface texture a bit. I think the most important element to add richness to the diorama is the tiles. Let me show you how I made these tiles by bending and folding a thick foil. After painting them in a suitable color, I think they are quite sufficient for such a simple diorama. After the primer dry, I start painting all the base parts. I highlight the light tones with the dry brush method and emphasize the details with a dark wash. This sepia wash worked quite well. I didn't accept that much, actually. After applying a matte varnish to all parts, all the diorama elements are now ready for assembly. Since this entire structure doesn't fit in the shot and the frame, I will show this part briefly as a summary. If you want to add natural elements to your dioramas, this guy's products are amazing. He's practically an artist. I just take them out of the box, create a suitable composition and stick them in place, and the result is amazing. I only had 5 days to finish it for Halloween, and this is all I could do. I'm sure you can build better dioramas with these materials. The scooter motorcycle from the figure set has a very simple structure. Let's build it quickly. I use 4 simple materials to create the fire effect: an orange colored LED, a battery, some stretch film, and cotton. And the effect is ready in seconds. Of course, you can get more realistic results by varying it. As I said, my time was limited and I want to publish this video the day after I shoot it. Well, thanks for watching this episode. If you liked the video, please like and share. Subscribe my channel if you haven't yet. Also, you can support my channel if you can see the join button below or on Patreon. The links are in the information section below. See you soon on the next episode. Until then, take care of yourself and keep modeling. Bye.